My name is Michael Sundberg, and this presentation is part of the Business 535 Sustainable Business Strategy class. My thesis project focuses on Microsoft Corporation, a global technology leader at the forefront of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and digital transformation. Microsoft's mission is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And that ambition reflects not just innovation, but a responsibility to address global challenges. I chose Microsoft because its massive scale means its sustainability efforts or its sustainability failures can ripple across industries, governments, and communities. With such global influence, Microsoft has a real opportunity to set the standard for corporate responsibility. Microsoft faces four major ESG challenges that directly affect both its operations and its stakeholders. First, there's the issue of data center energy use. Azure, Microsoft's cloud platform, runs thousands of servers worldwide. According to the International Energy Agency, data centers could use over 1,000 terawatts of hours of electricity by 2026. That's as much as some entire countries. Even though Microsoft is committed to using renewable energy, peak hour consumption still relies heavily on fossil fuels. Second, Scope 3 emissions, which are indirect emissions from the company's suppliers and customers, remain difficult to track and reduce. These emissions are often underreported, yet they represent the majority of Microsoft's total carbon footprint. Third, digital inequality remains a pressing challenge. While Microsoft has made strides through programs like Airband, billions of people still lack basic access to the internet, especially in the global south. This inequality limits education, employment, and civic engagement. Fourth, these sustainability issues directly affect Microsoft stakeholders. Investors increasingly demand transparent ESG metrics. Employees want to work for a values-driven company, and communities, particularly those near data centers or manufacturing hubs, expect clean energy, fair labor practices, and digital inclusion. To tackle these challenges, I propose three specific and actionable strategies that align with key course frameworks and industry benchmarks. First, Microsoft should transition to real-time carbon-free energy across its data centers. Instead of matching energy use with annual renewable credits, Microsoft can follow Google's lead by powering operations with carbon-free energy hour by hour. This shift aligns with the triple bottom line, supporting environmental outcomes, reducing regulatory risk, and positioning Microsoft as a leader in energy transparency. Second, the company should launch a circular hardware take-back and reuse program. Microsoft sells millions of Surface devices and Xbox consoles. By designing products for easy disassembly and reuse and expanding trade-in incentives, the company can reduce e-waste, preserve rare earth materials, and meet circular economy goals. Apple has done this effectively through its recycling initiatives, and Microsoft has the scale and customer base to do the same, especially as e-waste regulations tighten. Third, Microsoft should expand its digital equity initiatives. Airband is a good start, but the company should invest more in the community partnerships, affordable broadband, and digital skills training in the underserved regions. This aligns with stakeholder theory, showing that Microsoft cares not only about its customers, but about building stronger, more inclusive digital societies. Together, these strategies are both feasible and forward-thinking. They offer short-term actions like pilot programs and expanded reporting, as well as long-term benefits like supply chain resilience, brand trust, and compliance with global regulations. To bring these ideas to life, Microsoft should begin with regional pilot programs. For real-time energy, the company could partner with clean grid operators in high-demand areas. For circular hardware, it can launch take-back centers in major markets like North America and the EU. For digital equity, it could expand community networks through local schools and nonprofits. Key performance indicators should include the carbon-free energy percentage, the percentage of reused or recycled devices, and the number of training hours delivered to underserved populations. These metrics can be reported using Microsoft's own ESG dashboards and verified by third parties. A realistic timeline would include Year 1 pilots, Year 2 expansion, and Year 3 full-scale deployment. This project changed just how I think about corporate sustainability. I used to view ESG as just a reporting requirement or a branding effort. Now I understand it as a long-term strategy that protects business value while addressing global needs. The biggest insight for me was realizing how interconnected everything is. Climate goals, digital access, labor rights, they're not just separate pillars but part of a broader system. As someone working in IT and pursuing an MBA, I now see sustainability not as a side project, but as something that needs to be embedded in business decisions from the start. Whether I'm deploying infrastructure or advising strategy, sustainability will now shape how I define success.